Okay, so let's enjoy a nice drive through Shenzhen together. Doopity 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 doo. And we're gonna put on autopilot just in a second after I pass 火了咯，这个车是火了咯。Alright, here we go. And we're off. Autopilot is on. We're cruising. 80 kilometers an hour. 80 kilometers an hour speed limit. 80 kilometers an hour speed camera in 70 meters, 50 meters, 29 meters, 8 meters. I don't see it. Where is it? I don't see it. But apparently there was a camera in here that was gonna get me if I was speeding. But luckily I have autopilot on my side and I can just relax, chill, trust that I'm not gonna get a speeding ticket. What a nice piece of technology. Ooh. Spooky, right? The robot's driving. So I'm not gonna touch the steering wheel for a while and see how long it takes to notify me that I'm being unsafe. And hopefully you'll be able to see, but right in here in the display right here, the dash. Oh, nobody's shaking right at me. Oh, see, it says hold steering wheel. So if I just hold it real quick and just move it a slight little tidbit, it will recognize that I'm driving again, that I'm paying attention. So yeah, it's English now with the new OS. It says hold steering wheel, so that's good. Much better than before, where it throws up like a million Chinese. Oh, this is not going to be a good place to do autopilot. Let's see if it handles it. Ooh, it did. It handled it. Nice. That looked like a dangerous spot for autopilot. Oh, beautiful out there. Anyway, if I do look over here a lot, nobody's gonna shake her head at me. She's gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing? You gotta look at the road, you jerk." Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yes, over here it tells you to hold the road, hold the steering wheel or other information. Previously, it was just Chinese, and it would like throw up like, you know, I don't know, 10 characters or something in Chinese, which I could probably read if I really, you know, had the time. I could read it, but it only flashes it really quick. See it? All right, I did it again. It flashes it really quick, which makes it difficult to read Chinese. In the beginning, I didn't know what it was telling me. Oh, cars changing lanes. Cars changing lanes. Oh, it's speeding up. Oh, I'm scared. We're going 100. Passing on the right. The car's like, screw your laws, screw your decorum, screw your rules. We're passing on the right. You want to go 80 in the middle lane? No way. We're going 100 on the right. And it's gonna pass. It's gonna changing to the recommended left lane. Let's see if it does it. Oh no. Disaster. Trucks, cars, taxis, everything everywhere. I hope you like this narrative I got going on. Oh. So it says changing to the recommended left lane, but there's a car coming on my side, so it's not going to change lanes. There it goes. Woo. And now there's no car over there, so it should change. It should change. There we go. Sweet. And we're in this lane. See if it wants to go to the left lane or not. So yeah, as I was saying early on, like a year ago, I don't think it even had the icon, the red steering wheel icon, when you weren't holding the thing. I think it just said some Chinese words, and it flashes it really quick. Oh, we're going to the right lane. So before I was like, what did it say? What did it say? Like when I first got the car. But now I know. Now I'm used to it. We're cruising 70, 80, 90, 100. Here we go. Passing that NIO. Bye-bye. So I don't love the lane change logic. Like, it wants you to change lanes a lot, which as a driver, like, I know some people like to do that, but I don't love to do that. I usually just chill in one lane. Like, you know, if I'm going the same speed as the fast lane, not speeding, I might stay in that lane. But usually I would go to like the middle lane and just sit there and go the speed limit. And then if I wanted to pass, I would move to the left. That's how I would typically drive myself in normal situations. And let's be real, there's not a lot of normal situations in China. Once you leave, especially once you leave like Shenzhen or Shanghai, you get off to like the, kind of like the Wild West of driving. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about again. So yeah, okay, so the logic on the steering, on the autopilot for changing lanes, I think it changes a little bit too often, and it passes on the right too often as well. It doesn't really, I don't think it really separates right or left. It just says, is there somebody in front of me? Are they going slower than the speed limit? If so, then I should pass. And that person up there just broke the law. I don't know if you noticed that. In China, in most countries, solid white line, you can't change lanes, you can't cross it. But that guy's going all over trying to pass everybody. The reason why the car is not telling me to change lanes right now, I'm assuming, is because of the solid white line. It's very good at not breaking any laws. So we're going nice and slow through this tunnel. Ooh. The thing about autopilot is it really makes driving boring. I do quite enjoy driving sometimes. You know, one thing I suppose I should say is that I used to hate driving. I used to hate having a car, but that was because I used to drive my car to work and back. When you have your car as like a toy, I guess, basically, or something to just use for fun, then it's a lot more enjoyable. So okay, now it's gonna tell me to go to the left. It's gonna go to the left. Go on, there you go. So when you're using the car as like a tool to get to work and back, and like that's your whole life, man, having a car sucks. But when you can just go out and drive whenever you want and go wherever you want, having a car is a whole lot more fun. So autopilot on a commute, awesome. Autopilot when you want to go out and drive your car, enjoy your life, also okay, not bad. But I don't mind, you know, driving the car myself. But I'm using autopilot right now because I want to show you. And even if I wasn't showing you, I probably still would use autopilot on a road like this because it's not very fun on this road. But you know, up in the mountains, up in the hills, that was pretty fun. I would drive that. And I did try to use autopilot up there just to test it. And it was doing all right, and then it just decided to drive across the lane and would have killed me if there was somebody else coming from the other direction. So still probably yet more fun and also safer to drive yourself on a windy mountain road. Bum bum bum, too many tunnels. I know some people complain about like a lot of sounds from the car. That's one of those modes in Tesla, is like Joe mode, right? And somebody asked me about sounds in the NIO. Like they said, does it beep a lot and do lots of things? You can actually adjust a lot of the sounds. They don't have a Joe mode equivalent, but you can turn off like if you're drifting out of the lane, it beeps at you like to, hey, get back in the lane, but you can turn that off. Somebody's honking. You can pretty much turn off all the sounds. I'm not sure if you can turn off the sound for autopilot, like when it tells you to, hey, grab the steering wheel, you're not paying attention to the road, just because that's probably like a required sound for people aren't driving, they're not paying attention, they're not in control. Who's honking? Jesus, we're in a tunnel. I hate that. Shouldn't honk in a tunnel. It makes the sound so loud. And it's a truck too, even worse. So yeah, what was I saying? Where was I? Oh yeah, the car really doesn't beep that much, so it just beeped right there because I'm not holding the steering wheel. So I don't think I can turn that one off, and I wouldn't want to anyway, because if I fell asleep and I dropped my hands off, I would hope that the car would wake me up. Too many tunnels, too many tunnels. So I hope you can see, that Autopilot in NIO is pretty good. I don't have to do anything, really. If I'm holding the wheel, it's not gonna keep beeping at me like that. It maintains the lane, maintains the speed, it changes lanes, it passes people. It maintains a safe following distance. It follows the speed limit. It does everything you expect an Autopilot to do. I am very much looking forward to trying out ET7 and ET5 and seeing how they autonomous driving goes with the LiDAR and next level. Autonomous driving as a subscription service that you can turn on and off. That's very exciting to see if that comes out eventually. I know it won't be available at launch of the ET7. Maybe in the future at ET5 launch, or maybe somewhere in between. Who knows? We will see. But it's pretty exciting stuff. And yeah, I suppose I should also ask you guys, what do you think about the condition of Chinese roads? You've seen me drive all around China, especially the highways. Man, they are fantastic. They're always in good shape. Except for, like you might have seen back there, the construction zone with the lanes all screwed up, but the car still handled it with aplomb. But yeah, the roads are really good, really clear, really safe, high quality roads, high quality pavement, tarmac, blacktop, whatever you call it in your country. And that's across all of China. But once you get into like country roads, then you start to see some pretty whack roads, lots of potholes and stuff. But even then, it's probably in a lot of ways better than most of the roads in America, which is probably a sad thing to say. So I'm still in Autopilot. We're now into Shenzhen city. This is Luohu district, and we're almost to the place where foreigners have to come to apply for visas. Almost there. So this isn't technically a highway. So it says attention to the road, Autopilot is going to cancel. So I'm going to cancel it myself, push that button right there, or you can hit the brake. So yeah, this is not a zone that's good for Autopilot. That doesn't have, it's not mapped or whatever they need to do, or maybe just because it's not a highway anymore. So yeah, that's the end of Autopilot. I'll just keep driving, let you guys see a little bit of Shenzhen in the rain. There's an Xpeng Xiaopeng P7. Haven't seen too many NIOs today. Saw one Li Automotive, Li 1. Chinese called Li Xiang 1. See what kind of cars we can spot out here. Ford, Wuling, Toyota, Ford, Cadillac, truck, Chinese truck, kacha. Ooh-wee. city. It's like a snake right here, serpent. BMW. Pretty cool. Honda. I remember like maybe 2013, 2014, if you had a Japanese car, especially up north, like in Dongbei, Tesla. If you had a Japanese car, Toyota, Honda, up in northeast China or Beijing, you had a pretty good chance that your car was going to get vandalized or flipped over even. They hated Japanese people back then because of the dispute over the Diaoyu Islands and because of Japanese denying the rape of Nanjing and King. All that stuff. So, I mean, Chinese and Japanese, I would say, still don't have great relationships, which is weird because Chinese people absolutely love Japanese culture, Japanese food, Japanese anime, Japanese all that stuff. Chinese people love it. They love it. But then, at times, they freak out about some territory dispute or something, and then next thing you know, they're flipping Japanese cars over. But they're still eating sushi, so it just goes to show that racist people are stupid. Uh-oh, I gotta get over. Ayo, I'm not supposed to cross this line right here. Ayo, hope there's no camera. I must cut that part out of the video. Racist people are stupid everywhere. Where did Hunt go? I'll put you down. Haha, gas station. Never have to see you again. Okay, where to? Straight. What the fuck? I'm confused. Am I on the right road? I don't know. I guess so. Papa. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Got him. Mercedes, 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 BYD taxi. Anyway, we're almost at the destination, and so this is Shenzhen City. Came down from the mountain, and I hope you had a nice little ride with me, ride along through Shenzhen, and I'll see you later. Biggity bam, biggity bam.